So today I'm talking about a P0153 code, what it is and how you could go about fixing it. And so what is a P0153 code? Well, it's an O2 sensor circuit slow response, bank 2 sensor 1. And so what does this mean? Well, basically there's what's called O2 sensors, and they're located down on exhaust. And they do two things. And the first thing they do is they monitor how much oxygen was burnt off during combustion. And then the computer uses that information to adjust the air-fuel ratio mixture that's going into the cylinders. And then the second thing they do is they monitor the catalytic converter. But when you get this P0153 code, the computer's seeing a problem with one of these sensors, mainly the bank 2 sensor 1 O2 sensor. And so it's going to be troubleshooted to know why. And when you have a V6 or V8 engine, the engine's going to have two banks. Bank 1 side of the engine is always the side of the engine with the number 1 cylinder. So if you Google your engine and like cylinder location or firing order or something like that, since there is differences between engines and you locate the number 1 cylinder on that engine, then that side of the engine is going to be bank 1 and the opposite of that is going to be bank 2. And a basic overview of what's going on with these O2 sensors is that there's going to be 2 O2 sensors on each bank of the engine. Sometimes there could be 3, but usually there's 2. Sensor 1 is going to be located before the catalytic converter, and it's also called the upstream O2 sensor. And sensor 2 is going to be located after the catalytic converter, sometimes right on it, and it's also called the downstream O2 sensor. And when you get this P0153 code, the sensor the computer's seeing a problem with is going to be this bank 2 sensor 1 O2 sensor. And so what would be some possible causes of a P0153 code? Well, the first thing that could cause this is that bank 2 sensor 1 O2 sensor, that it's gone bad and needs to be replaced. There's some different ways to go about testing these sensors. If you have an OBD2 scan tool that has live data or data stream, then you can use that to go test these sensors. Basically, you go into live data or data stream, however your scan tool is set up, and you select the O2 sensors. So for example, here's bank 1 sensor 1, here's bank 1 sensor 2, here's bank 2 sensor 1, and here's bank 2 sensor 2. And what you want to see with sensor 1 is you want to see an up and down pattern like this. That sensor is reading oxygen that's inside the exhaust, so you want to see this up and down pattern like this. Sensor 2 shouldn't be reading any oxygen that's coming out the back of the catalytic converter, so it's going to be flat like this. So if that sensor 1 looks like this, then this is the way it's supposed to be operating. But if it's flat like this, like the sensor 2, or if it's really high, or if it's really low, then it means there's some kind of problem going on with that sensor, or there's some kind of issue going on there. There's some good videos on how you go about using an OBD2 scan tool to test the oxygen sensors. I made videos on this. I'll put a link down in the description box if you need to check that out. But if you have a good OBD2 scan tool, you can use it to test these sensors, because the first thing that could cause this is a bad bank 2 sensor 1 O2 sensor. And the next thing that could cause is that there's some kind of wiring issue going on going to the O2 sensor. There's like an open, there's a short, a blown fuse, a bad connection, something along those lines. And so you can go get wiring schematics for your vehicle and go and check the wiring and be sure that there's no open or short or anything like this. There could be 2-wire sensors, there could be 3-wire sensors. These 4-wire sensors are very common. And basically what's going on with these is that there's going to be 2 parts of an oxygen sensor. One part of it's going to have a heater element. And basically the O2 sensor part of it can't start working correctly and getting good readings until it gets hot. And so that the computer doesn't have to wait for the engine to get hot and the exhaust to get hot and everything else. They have this heater element built into it that helps it quickly warm up. And so you can go and check the wiring going to the heater element, which is usually 12 volts. Again, be sure to get schematics or a diagram for your particular vehicle, but usually 12 volts is going to that heater element. And there's also going to be a fuse and a relay. The O2 sensor part that's reading how much oxygen is inside the exhaust is going to have 2 wires. It's going to have a signal wire going back to the computer and a ground wire going back to the computer. So basically you can go and check this wiring and check to see if there's any kind of issue going on there, because the next thing that could cause this is some kind of wiring problem. And the next thing that could cause this is that there's an exhaust leak. And basically, if there's an exhaust leak, then air can be getting into the exhaust and it could be throwing off those O2 sensors where they're getting a bad reading and it's just causing problems. Usually when there is an exhaust leak, it'll cause those O2 sensors to run lean because they'll be reading that there's more oxygen than should be. So be sure to keep this in mind, because if there is, that can cause problems. And the last thing on the list is going to be that there's some kind of engine problem going on that's causing the engine to run lean or rich, which means that the air-fuel ratio mixture is off. And this is mainly going to have to do with bank 2 side of the engine. So that sensor might be doing what it's supposed to be doing, but the engine's running really lean or rich, and that's causing issues. But usually when that happens, you'll be getting other codes. So for example, if you're also getting like a P0154 code, bank 2 system 2 lean, then in that case, it's a good idea to go check out bank 2 side of the engine. Since it might be running lean, that sensor is just doing what it's supposed to be doing, and this lean condition is just throwing everything off. So if you are getting other codes, be sure to pay attention to that, because the last thing on the list is going to be some kind of engine problem. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to give a basic overview of how you go about fixing a vehicle with the P0153 code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.